I'm buying that. I don't care. I'm fucking buying that. That's the one I'm getting. Here we go, chat.
Hello,
This is
everybody,
it.
and welcome to this very exciting preview. This is the big
Hello.
summer Warhammer preview. I am Adam Troke. This is Eddie Eccles, and we're delighted to have your company.
Yeah, this is going to be a really cool preview. We've got stuff from loads of different game systems to show you, loads of Warhammer to talk about. We think about 90 minutes of stuff. Is that
Yeah,
right?
should run to
14 minutes. Let's fucking go. I only follow. That's rude. That's rude. Thank you for the follow. Welcome in. Have you seen Seb's speedrun? No, Tori, I'm not focusing on that. We're focusing on Warhammer right now.
Long, depending on how fast we talk and how sidetracked we get by all the details. But yeah, for the next hour and a half or so, we're going to fill the air with loads of cool Warhammer things. We've got things to cover from Warhammer 40,000, Warhammer Age of Sigmar, Warhammer the Old World, Warhammer Necromunda, Warhammer Blood Bowl, Warhammer Horus Heresy, and Legions Imperialis. Have I forgotten anything?
Kill team.
I'm going to be real. Nobody cares about Legion Imperialis. Nobody cares. Nobody cares about Legion Imperialis. I'm so sorry. I came to the right place? That's mean. That's very mean.
Warhammer 40,000 kill team. So loads to go through.
Loads of different systems. It's not every single system that we make. There are a few systems we couldn't quite squeeze in, so we haven't got any Warcry for you.
Bax, I'm gonna be real. Don't get your hopes up, kiddo. Don't get your hopes up.
We haven't got any Underworld
or Middle Earth.
We haven't got any Middle Earth, but we'll have stuff on all of those game systems in the not too distant future.
Absolutely. So keep your eyes on Warhammer.
Wait, did he say Warcry? I thought they fucking abandoned Warcry. Warcry was good. Yes, more Warcry shit, please.
If you want to hear about the news on those as it happens. Meanwhile, while the chat fills up and we get ready to kick off, there's a few things we normally do. The first thing is that we ask people in the chat where you're from. I was looking at the chat as people answered the...
I enjoyed the quiz.
The quiz was fun, right? Did you get any right?
I got all of them right, obviously, Adam.
Very good.
I did also help write the questions, so I did have cheated a bit.
Perfect.
They're just gonna talk about the chat comments, and I'm gonna skip ahead to the first thing the real thing, because I don't give a shit about their chat. I'm gonna be real. It might sound mean, but I could not care less about their chat. My chat's the only one that matters, and my comment section.
So here we are with Warhammer 40,000 Armageddon, the launch box for the new edition, sort of out there in the wild. It's worth talking about some of the things that are coming.
I don't have a launch box, but that's because I didn't want it. I'm gonna be real. I didn't want it. I'm good.
And the first thing that we're going to talk about is how new people to Warhammer might get started in the Warhammer 40,000
Combat Patrol. Oh wait, no, it's gonna be the Armageddon. What's it called? Start collecting or start here boxes. It's just gonna be the Armageddon box set, but like shrunk down.
Warhammer 40,000 starter sets. So here is the Warhammer 40,000 starter set. We've got one in the flesh. This is an enormous box and is the perfect
literally
way if you've never played Warhammer 40,000 before and want to get started to jump straight into the whole.
It's literally the Armageddon box set without all the extras. It's just enough to play the game, and with, I think from the looks of it, the majority of the Armageddon box is maybe a few units missing.
Eddie, what can you tell us about it?
Yeah, so we did know that some of the miniatures from the Warhammer 40,000 Armageddon set would be available in other sets in the future. This is one of the first places you'll be able to get hold of them. So in this, you effectively have a combat patrol of Space Marines, painted as Ultramarines, but you can paint whatever.
Yeah, exactly. Combat patrol. That's fine. That's cool. If it comes with painted terrain, wait, this might actually be the painted terrain. Then get it, Agent. If you need it, get it. If this comes with painted terrain, chat, which I think this might be, that's actually very fucking good. Like, I might pick it up in that case if it comes with painted terrain for a lower price. Fuck yeah.
You've also got a combat patrol of orcs. You've also got a battlefield of stuff to play across, and effectively a combat patrol's worth of battlefield terrain for combat patrols. So, like,
yeah, absolutely. This is essentially everything you need to get started with your first games of Warhammer 40,000, all in one box. All the models are push fit. The terrain's really easy to put together. It's got the game board and all of the pieces marked out for you to put your terrain on, so you can just play straight out of this box if you want to.
Yeah, it's also got all the rules.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, absolutely. You've got your.
This fantastic. If you missed the fucking watch box, which you can still get by the way, they printed hundreds of those things. This is a fucking fantastic place to start if you just want to get into it.
And then the guide for using the models that are in the box. So this is the first of the starter products that we're going to talk about right now, but there's more to come.
They're going to do the exact same thing they did with Leviathan, and they're going to have an even smaller version of this box. And then I think like just like some paint, a brush, and like one or two of the minis in another box. That's my prediction for this. They're going to have a smaller version of this, and then a tiny version of this, which is just for painting.
So, what if you wanted to get started in Warhammer 40,000? You don't want the 2-player launch set.
Fucking called it. Fucking called it. See, painting.
You just want maybe a starter set which focuses on one of the factions. Well, this is getting started with Space Marines and is the same combat patrol that you saw in the previous box. And it comes complete with the paints that you would need to do your first paint jobs on these models. I think it's 11 paints in the set, so you can get started right away.
I think that would actually be like the ideal fucking starter set. Instead of buying 2 different armies or buying a box with 2 different sets, with just having the one and including all the paints you need. Obviously, if you're gonna paint a different color scheme, you'd buy different paints, but like the default, this would be a good one. This would be a good one. I'm split on painted terrain. Why so forbidden? That roll them back southern.
Yeah, and this is perfect if you've already got a gaming group, they've already got their box sets, they've split them all up, and you've got an odd number of players, and what if you want Space Marines, you can grab yourself this set and start playing straight away. This is your self-contained little starter set for Space Marines.
Yeah.
It will perhaps surprise nobody to know there is an Orc equivalent of this.
Yes, this is almost exactly the same, but green.
There you go.
So you have the...
And worse. I'm joking. I don't actually hate orcs. I think they're actually very, very suited for 40k. Also, sorry about the quality chat. This is I'm on like 1080p.
Combat Patrol for orcs. Then you've got a bunch of.
But this is the best quality we've got.
So this is a great little set if you want to kick off an orc army.
Yeah, and I think one of the things to note here, you've already said it, but if you're just looking to sort of join in with an existing group, or maybe just start one of these armies for the first time, and you're already in Warhammer 40,000, this really is a great way to do it.
That's a good idea.
The paints you would need to kickstart that painting process too.
Yeah, if you like want to start orcs for some reason, then that would be a good box to get, quite honestly.
Or if you just have an orc army and just want loads more
Just want a bunch of reinforcements.
Loads more orcs.
Yeah, no kidding. There's another way to get started as well, which is this introductory set, and I find this one to be quite exciting. You've got some Space Marines and some orcs and some paints, and you can have a gaming experience, but it's really sort of a first steps into the Warhammer 40,000 gaming and hobby experience.
So like kill team, I guess? Question mark?
Yeah, it's a little bit of everything. And the thing that's cool about this to point out is that while the other
a very beginner-friendly start. Yeah, no. I'm gonna be real though. That's a good thing. That's a very good thing. I'm glad that they always not prioritize that, but they have that option. Because like, if you look at Warhammer from like somebody who's not into its point of view, there is so much. It's almost impenetrable. Like, I don't know where to fucking start. These boxes, fucking fantastic for that. Combat patrols, fantastic for that.
The miniatures
so
are the
I'm
same
all
ones
for
from
it.
the Warhammer 40,000 Armageddon set. These ones are brand new miniatures. So you've got 5 intercessors in there. You've got a Space Marine Lieutenant. It's been like a whole week since we had a new Space Marine Lieutenant.
Couldn't have come
had
soon
to
enough.
have one. And then you've got a new unit of Orc Boys. Orc Boys are the same kind of unit as the ones you get in
I know if they just dropping by during my break. Hi, Combat, how are you?
But they've got different poses, and critically, you've also got some heavy and special weapons.
Yeah, you've
in
got
the
a
Orc
big
squad.
shooter and a rocket launcher inside.
Absolutely. So if you want to add in some extra shooting into your big Orc mobs, you can, and all the characters are kind of new poses as well. So it's quite cool.
Okay.
I get weirdly excited about all the different poses of intercessors, particularly these sort of push fit ones, because I find them easy to build. And so I'm hoping somebody will split that set with me, Eddie. Just hinting. There you go. Yeah. We're on. Right. There's also some paint sets. This is the paints and tool set. This would synergize perfectly.
This one we don't need to see. This one we don't need to see. This one. This one.
Yeah, this is almost any
Boys Space Marine equivalent, which is again just.
Okay. These are the sets I was talking about. Where you have like a bunch of paint and like 3 minis and a brush. This is what I was. This is what I mean. This is what I mean. Also, GW is going after the tabletop simulator. I saw, yeah.
6 paints of brush to start your Warhammer 40,000 experience, and I think it'd be a good time to like introduce your friends or
Warhammer 40.
Now, so we've got some really interesting terrain kits to point out and talk about.
This has to be painted terrain. This has to be the painted terrain. I'm gonna get it if it's painted because I fucking hate painting terrain. I fucking can't stand it.
Is Combat Patrol Battle Zone. So this is all of the terrain you see here in a box, along with the game boards and the tiles to the terrain prints to put the terrain on. This is everything you need in one box to play a complete game of Combat Patrol.
Yeah, and if you've already bought the starter set, if you add this box onto the starter set, you effectively have a full board's worth of terrain for something like an incursion or 2,000-point game of Warhammer 40,000, or in a self-contained set, it is the exact right amount of stuff to play Combat Patrol.
Yeah, and worth pointing out this with this one, like the models in the starter set, are unpainted. So all of these terrain pieces they come on the grey plastic that you're familiar with, easy to put together.
Wait, if he has to mention they're unpainted, that means they have to reveal the paint terrain. They have to. I know it's just terrain, but I'm really excited about it, and I don't know why. Maybe because I just hate painting
You can
terrain.
paint them in the color scheme that suits your board at home or your armies or whatever you would like.
Yeah, this set, Combat Patrol set, comes in around the same price as a Combat Patrol itself.
Perfect. Right. If
Okay,
you
so
want
like
to add
95.
more things to it, or you just want to focus on building a terrain board that suits your own preferences, we've got a
Okay,
few
more
little terrain sets
terrain.
to talk about. Some of the galvanic network. This represents these
More
little way
terrain.
to ride the front.
More
It's really exciting
terrain.
terrain. All comes unpainted, and is all coming fairly soon down the pipe.
They need to show it, I'm sure. Oh, yeah, same. I'm making terrain, nice break from minis. That's fine. If you guys like painting terrain, no fucking shade. Like, go for it. Do your thing. I personally I can't stand painting terrain. I find it one of the most boring parts for me personally. I hate painting terrain.
And there's something else we need to explain to people that you've already talked about a little bit with
This is
Amy on
it.
the video before.
This is it. This is the painted terrain. They're going to reveal
That's
it now.
absolutely right. Currently, all the terrain in my collection is Eddie painted. Very
Perfect.
soon, I'll be able to also benefit from ready painted terrain. This is the new
Go!
ready painted Battlefield Armageddon box.
I'm buying that. I don't care. I'm fucking buying that. That's the one I'm getting. I'm getting the ready painted one. Fuck yes. I don't make L-shaped runes though. 1 billion bucks.
And this is everything you need for a full incursion-sized game of Warhammer 40,000 in one box, and all of the terrain in this comes ready painted. And
that's the best. You just pour it out of the box and it's ready to go to play with instantly. Like your armies, you can just fucking fire up a 2K game instantly right there. Fuck yes.
Yeah, the box is enormous. It is jam-packed with absolutely loads of fantastic terrain, and we've got one here to open. So what we thought we'd do is actually just crack one open and build one of the terrain pieces in it, nice and quickly, to show you what it's like.
From Sacrifice, I might put this on phone. I might have to.
While Adam tells you about it, I'm going to build one of the terrain pieces in here.
Great.
To show you how quickly we
get
can make
clipping, right. So what we've got is some nice pictures to show you while Eddie gets feverishly to work. So here you can see what you're dealing with. Essentially, it is a full battlefield's worth.
Put it on throne, you coward. Alright, you know what? Just because you fucking call me a coward, fine. Fuck you.
Already painted terrain. Try and talk over the rummaging and crashing of Eddie. The set comes with the game boards that you need. It has the terrain markers, so you know where to put your terrain pieces onto. And obviously, the terrain is painted to ready painted to a brilliant standard. So if you are looking to just click things out from the frames, put it together quickly, and start playing a game of Warhammer 40,000.
That's exactly what I want. That's exactly what I want. Yes, please. This was made for me. I know these are probably very niche, but this was made for me. This is what I wanted. I want it.
Battlefield that looks really good. This is a wonderful way to do it. It's going to be enormously popular with people who, like me at home. I've already got my own terrain board, but if I wanted to host a game night and I wanted maybe like 3 friends to come over so we could like play round robin style games, this would enable me to do it nice and quickly. You can imagine gaming clubs and tournaments, and all of those people who have a need for a nice looking battlefield quickly are going to find this to be really exciting.
Feel free to hold that one up.
Oh, there you go. I'll show you what it looks like. Here you go. If we get a zoom in.
Wait, yeah, it does come on a fucking sprue. Oh, wait, so they have colored plastic now? Have they like upgraded? Mother Russia, thank you for the tier 2 for 5 months, Goober. For 2 months. Sorry, the tier 1 for 2 months. Thank you. I don't like it, to be honest. Means ready painted minis are next. Probably, but like, again, I'm sure you could paint over it. If you really wanted to, say like this is actually cheaper than buying the unpainted ones, you could buy pre-painted stuff, just prime it again, and then paint over it. Problem solved.
So this is a piece directly off of the frame that Eddie has just worked on, and you can see the level.
Oh, that's good. Even at OSL, oh, they're not cheaping out on it. They're doing a fucking decent job. Those look like the fucking OSL effects, the fucking light sources. Oh, I like that. I really like
glow
that.
effects around the sort of the lumens and the candles and so on. Inside, you can see the interior detail. Some within the sort of the walls, you can see.
Chat, I don't know why I'm so excited for terrain. I've never been this excited for a fucking terrain reveal. Normally I'd be like boring, skip. Well, I'm so into this.
Sort of chipped and very nicely done sort of corrosion dripping down the walls. Really is a very impressive piece of terrain.
Almost there.
That's good,
Sorry,
bro.
now we've got 2. Now I always try and put these together too early, so I don't want to ruin doing it. So essentially, it just push fits. One of the things
I
that
just
we've
pushed
discovered,
it.
the guys who run our
Fantastic. No
global
glue.
events are really excited about this because it's going to enable them to put together large battlefields very quickly, and you can also unclip these things when you're ready to and put it back into a relatively
Oh yes, okay, all right, yeah. You sold me ages ago. You don't need to keep going, guys. I'm gonna buy this box. I'm gonna buy a box of fucking terrain, and I'm so excited for it. I'm not as paint savvy as most art degree shot of individuals here, so I'm perfectly fine with it. Listen, my painting skills with Warhammer ain't great. I need to get better at painting Warhammer for real, for
more
real.
space.
Yeah, the
There
whole
you go.
thing actually. If you leave the kind of floors off, then the whole thing. Oh, I need to clip out those a bit.
We need to do a bit more clipping.
Bit more
There you
clipping.
go.
Tiny bit more clipping. If you take the floors out, the whole thing packs back into the box.
There you go.
Pretty much. So that's
Oh, that's
pretty-
beautiful.
Which is nice if you're looking for somewhere to store your models.
And I am.
Yeah, that's fucking
We're
beautiful.
almost there. Almost there.
You'll get better with practice. You don't have to be paint savvy. No, you don't. To play Warhammer, you don't have to be paint savvy. You really don't. If you really want to, you can play with grey plastic and nobody's going to bat an eye. It's really that friendly. Like, you don't have to have a fully, amazingly painted army. Trust me, you don't. You really don't.
Perfect. So one of the things I think that's quite nice about this is I speed painted my entire battlefield, but it took me all of a Saturday to build and then all of a Sunday to speed paint, and it's still not of the same quality as the completion on this. And so you've done the first building in the amount of time it's taken us to talk about this. There we go, moving it around. And it really does look wonderful. You can see the bulkhead door and everything inside it. I couldn't be more excited.
Yeah, I think I'm pretty pleased with this. I'm quite pleased with the effect I've got on some of the glow there as well. I think the dry brushing
Are you
I've achieved on
taking
this.
credit for all this work?
Yeah, I just made this. Sure, saw it.
Lovely. Nice. So this is on its way later in the year. It will come behind all of the other starter products that we just talked about. And so you're looking more towards the autumn time or beyond, right?
Yeah, and in terms of price.
Okay, so it's coming out later this year, not soon, unfortunately.
This one comes in. It has twice as much terrain as the Combat Patrol Battlefield, and it comes in at a little bit more than the cost of 2 Combat Patrols.
There you go. So yeah, really exciting.
That sounds fair.
Okay, so we've talked about all of the starter sets. We've talked about all of the terrain, the ready paint terrain. Very exciting. I guess we should talk a little bit about the things that are coming along with the first codex of 11th
we should
edition.
probably do that.
So it's time to look at some orcs.
You want some wheels? Get yourself a truck. I got all the trucks. Big trucks, bigger trucks, the best.
Those look terrifying. I don't want to fucking fight those things. Those look horrifying.
They's got all
Oh,
the
no.
gubbins and guns. Grabbing claws, rammy bits, shooters, rockets, you name it. Remember,
Oh,
all
fuck.
kiddies for kicks and grots. Go fast or go home.
Orc players, I'm happy for you. I'm happy for you getting some more cool vehicles. That looks terrifying. I don't want to fucking fight that thing. I want to shoot that thing from far fucking away, bro. I know the fucking Pap is happy.
Safety of transported boys is not guaranteed.
That was fun. It's a good time to be an orc this year, isn't it?
It is. They are getting absolutely
Totally.
spoiled. We can confirm today the first codex is orcs, and alongside the codex,
Isolation.
there are a whole bunch of new miniatures. One of the most exciting miniatures on its way is that new truck and that new mech, which are on their
Should we
way.
talk about the mech first?
Let's do the mech first. So, orc mechs, those of you who know orcs will know, these are the mechanics.
Wait. Oh, mix. Oh, I thought they meant the killer cans or the death thread things. Is that do those need updating? I thought those were
That
okay.
basically put together all of the weird and wonderful creations
So it's an
that's
orc
going to
tech
battle
marine.
alongside your orcs. They are surprisingly good at
Odd
science.
boys with the
Yeah.
innate knowledge to just make awesome things out of scrap.
Gene-coded, innate, kind of inherited knowledge in terms of how to make things like teleporters and trucks and guns and
I
shooters.
wish I had
and-
those skills.
Yeah, I
I'd be
mean,
much
you know,
more
if you
useful.
play
at
Same. I wish I had those skills other than an art degree, a master's degree. I wish I had that. New Meg Boy, yeah, your orcs are
I'm sure you
eating
can
well.
But yeah, this is a really cool miniature. It has a kind of really thematic. He's got a kind of spanner clobber thing there. He's got his slugger. But the thing that he really does is kind of bring with him all of the awesome machines that make Orc Army so fun to play in
Yeah.
Warhammer 40,000.
So with no further ado, let's talk about the truck then, which is maybe the star of that show. This is the new orc truck.
It looks genuinely terrifying. Legitimately, I hate this, not because I think it's bad, because it's fucking terrifying. Like, seeing that thing on the board against me, I'm gonna be shitting
It's an
myself.
evolution of the classic orc truck that you know and love. A little bit bigger, a few more options, and is really just wonderful to look at. It comes with a variety of options in
Bro.
terms of weapon mounts. You've got the
New
big
truck,
shooter.
eating really good. Yeah, orcs, you guys are eating fucking good this year. And to be fair, you do need it, so I'm happy for you. Orc players, I'm fucking happy for you guys. You do need, you need your time in the sun, so I'm happy for you. Extra attack rolls, it was really good.
You've got the rocket launcher. You have
Damn.
options for a grabber claw and a buzzsaw, and all of those can be
Encouragers have minds to take care of that. That's only if they run into it, though,
swapped in
right?
positions on the top so that you can build different configurations to have some great variety as you're making your trucks.
Yeah, this is a phenomenally cool miniature. Like
Interesting.
the current truck is really cool, right? The
Absolutely.
truck that is in current orc armies is a perfectly good vehicle, but it's been with it for a long time now, right? Like it's been
What is it, 15 years?
something like
more?
that. Yeah, it's been around for a while. This is a beautiful reinvention of it. The thing that really makes this is the fact that you can build it in so many different ways. Where the pintle mount goes, where the close combat weapon goes, how the boys.
That's good. Customization. We need more customization on like every kit. More of this,
Are
GW, please.
positioned, what the driver looks like,
Even
what
here
goes
on
on
the screen, you can see the way it looks like it's going around the corner because you can alter the look of the suspension.
Yeah, you can kind of play with where the wheels are, and I think especially if you've gone for a really heavy sort of
Interesting.
Evil Sons or Speed Freak style army.
I'm gonna be real. There's gonna be a lot of people that convert this into something even cooler than what this looks like already. Alright, just wait. You're gonna see so many people kit bash this and like fucking convert it to be even more cooler than it
And you
is.
want to have a bit of variety in your force. This one kit with no changes at all from what comes in the box can be built enough times that you would never need to replicate what a single truck looks like.
Yeah, so we've got a couple
That's
here on the desk.
good.
The one I'm most excited by is the one with this awesome looking skull prow at the front. It just looks so like mean and orky. This sort of whole skull motif for the orcs is so iconic. Yeah, really fantastic. Now, what we wanted to do, the reason we brought these along, is so I can sandwich this little guy in
Make some
between them
space in the parking
and
lot
just
there.
show you, if you've already got some orc trucks in your collection, how nice they're going to look.
It fits in really nicely. What the fuck? Apparently that one in the middle is like 15 years old. It works. It still works. It still works really, really fucking well.
All the models, Adam.
Have a melty, we'll get you.
I know, right? So this is how it looks with the classic
Damn.
truck in between. It's a really good look. I think
Yeah,
people are going to
if
be
you've
very
already
happy.
got some trucks in your army, you can absolutely keep them alongside these new ones. I think
No,
there's
yeah.
something to be said for an orc army. It's got a bit of a ramshackle look to
Mm-hmm.
it. So you could replace them completely, or if you want to have a mix, that's absolutely fine. But I think the new ones just bring, they just look great. They've got so many cool options.
Yeah, I agree.
They're going to look phenomenal.
Nice. So
To every orc player, every vehicle is a conversion in a mid. That is true. To an orc, every vehicle is like a ramshackle job. Wonder if that skull gives extra toughness or something. Maybe does extra like melee damage or like what is it like vehicle mass attack or whatever it's called, or armor fall assault. It melee for vehicles has a special name. I forget. Doesn't look out of place at all. No, not at all. It actually looks really fucking good. It fits
that's
perfectly.
a couple of fantastic brand new kits coming for the orcs. There's more on the way that people might be able to learn about through the progress of the Deathmire.
Yeah,
events.
that's right. So there's lots of orc stuff still to come. Some of the stuff we're showing you today, some of it will be revealed potentially if the orcs do well in the Siege of Deathmire campaign.
No, Space Marines, please. Space Marine players, we gotta pull it out. We gotta beat them orcs, okay? But I want to see the more whatever Space Marines coming before orcs, okay? I'm biased because obviously I play Space Marines. I want to know what Space Marines are bringing, okay? I'm more interested
That's
in
currently
that.
running. So if you want to see some more orcs, play some games, send in
No,
your
I'm
results, and you might get to see some more very, very soon. There are a few other boxes to talk about today.
New lieutenant on tactical rock incoming. You know what? I think you might be correct there, Forbidden. I think you might be onto
We've
something.
got the other stuff from Armageddon as well.
Yeah, that's right. So essentially, if you wanted to pick up some of the things from Armageddon or duplicate them, we're going to be releasing the Dakar rig separately, the War Track separately, and the Weird Boy separately, and also the
There
other
you
sort of
go.
command staff. Is that the right word for an orc?
Sure, why not?
So the Banner Knob, the Big Boss, and the Pain Boy will be released in a command crew set as well. So there's a whole bunch of extra stuff to come. We should probably talk a bit about the Codex itself, though, right?
Yes.
So
No,
obviously
talk about
this is
Space
the
Marines.
first Codex of 11th edition, and it heralds something
Ooh, that artwork though. Dang. Okay, the Codex cover itself looks fucking
really
sick.
exciting in terms of a format change for Warhammer 40,000 codexes. So here you
Oh.
can see It's contained in a slipcase, and we've got one live in front of you. So it's a perfect bound book, slightly smaller than the Codex is in terms of the height, but it is really thick and is packed with an incredible amount of.
Is it a softcover book then? It doesn't look like it's a hard book. I prefer hard books. That looks meaty. I love the art. Yeah, the artwork goes fucking hard on it. If this is what 11th edition artwork is going to be, we're in for fucking fire. A new codex, here we go, before context lock.
Content.
178 pages it is.
Perfect. And
It
the
is
first thing that I
softcover.
would like to just eulogize on is how incredible the lore section for this is. We are talking a really thick lore section, which is everything you would want to know about the orcs and how they operate. It's got a gatefold map, you can see it here, which is the
Armageddon,
orky perspective on the
Octurus.
galaxy, all the places that the orcs are fighting, all the different wars that are taking place. But there's a lot more to it than that. It talks about the orcs, where they come from, how they fight, their culture, the different clan structures. Literally the most complete guide on.
Damn. Okay, this looks really fucking good, you guys. Orcs, you're eating
Orcs
so
you could hope
well.
for. And perhaps the most information on orcs there's ever been in one place. Every unit gets its own
Thank
full
you.
bestiary section.
Might is right. To an orc, might is definitely right, yes.
Information on the glyphs, information on like what clan.
Honestly, just for the new fucking artwork, it might be worth it, chat, because it looks fucking
icons and things
amazing.
that, like, it's really great. But also, some people might be interested in the rules.
Yeah, so one of the big changes to the rules in this codex versus the previous ones was in the last edition, there was quite a lot of rules in your codex, but quite a lot of them you couldn't use in all the different types of games. So if some of it you could only use in Crusade games, for example, all of the rules in this codex, and there are at least as many rules in this one as there were in the last one, you can use in every type of game. One of the ways that manifests, you'll immediately notice, is the amount of detachments that you get to play with. There are 15 different orc.
Oh, okay. Oh, no.
Detachments in this codex.
Wow,
That's loads of ways
yeah.
to use
Loads
your
of different
army,
ways to put your army together, ranging from lots of different sizes in terms of detachment points. It gives you a huge variety of different ways that you can potentially put an army together. Some of these.
That's insane. I fully expect there to be a massive rise in orc players at their local game nights. I'm fully expecting a massive fucking intake of orc players from now on. Holy shit, 15!
You could probably guess at the themes. There are like some fast ones, some stompy ones.
Yeah, the
some
Fly
all
Boys gives itself away, doesn't
right,
it?
like so there's some ones you could probably guess at, but there'll be loads of brand new ways that you could put together an orc army that's just never been possible before, and it gives you a sense of what codexes will feel like in the new edition, where they will bring this huge variety of list building opportunities.
Yeah, absolutely. And there's more to it than just the detachments. Obviously, the rules have been looked at by the Warhammer rules team, and they've come up with some things. This is the army special rule, essentially, isn't it?
Yeah. So War, right? You can't have War. You can't have an orc codex without a War. The War rule has changed a little bit. So there'll be some things that are familiar. There's some slight changes. It still allows you to run and charge, but it now lets you re-roll that run as well. It also lets you have assault on all of your weapons, which is a thing it didn't used to do. So that means that if you've gone for a very shooty army, so like speed freaks, you've got loads of like bikes and buggies and things.
Yeah, like stand back with flash kits.
Yeah,
or
that's
whatever.
immediately really useful. And it also gives you the riled up ability, which triggers all sorts of things across all the sorts of different bits of the codex. Where other units will become more powerful, and you still get invulnerable saves to ultimate your
It's a really great army.
It's a really
yeah, what the fuck is wild up mean? I'm gonna assume like they hit harder, or like they can do more attacks or something like
really
that.
good rule for one turn of the game.
Fully,
you'll have a
they can
great
shoot
turn
now in
every
what?
single game.
Yeah.
And then all of the units within the codex have had their data sheets looked at. So here's the truck that we just showed you before, and you can see what's gone on with it. So you can see the different weapon options and things to give you a sense of.
12 movement, toughness 8, saving throws 4, wounds 10, leadership 7, and 2 OC. Okay, not
what
bad.
it means for your codex, I suppose.
Yeah, so what you'd expect, it still kind of has a similar-ish stat line to what the truck does at the moment. It is a kind of medium-sized vehicle. The things that you'll notice are that it has more weapon options than it used to, so you've got options there for different
Oh wait,
combat
yeah, I
weapons,
didn't realize.
different shooting weapons.
And piling out is quite a nice
Yeah,
thing, isn't
you've got a really cool little mechanic where if an enemy unit gets nearby, something like a unit of fire dragons or eliminators or something is ready to kind of ready to kill your truck, you can pile the boys out, ready to kind of countercharge or to avoid being caught in the explosion or something like that. It's a really useful little rule that's got some quite neat little tactical plays you can do with it. So I think trucks are going to be very useful.
Interesting.
Yeah, perfect. And then in terms of other data sheets being looked at, it'd be worth looking at the Orc Boys, who really have had something of a stat line glow up, it's fair to say.
Yeah, there's a lot going on this data sheet, and I think I would recommend if you've got an Orc army, take a screenshot. There's some cool stuff
now is the moment.
There you go, chat. If you've got an old army, now's your moment. Take a screenshot. Go for it. Go for it. Finally, I always had to give it shooting, although I missed it most times. I mean, apparently now you don't have to. Apparently now you're going to be able to shoot at the same time as doing a wall. As a thank you, you're welcome.
Record this.
There's the first thing you'll notice is there's loads of weapon options. So one of the things we got asked a lot about the Armageddon box was, is that all the options that the Orcs will have in the new edition? It absolutely isn't. You've got loads of different choices.
In fact, more than you've had recently.
More than I think you've ever had for an Orc unit. You've got some classic stuff returning. So you've got a burner back in this
big
unit.
Big fan
now.
of not having roll.
I'm going to skip through this part because this is, you can look at this as yourself. We're going to skip through it a bit though. Since we're talking about the weapons.
I'm going to have a great
Codex.
time with this codex.
Yeah,
I'm going to have a really good time.
And it heralds something really interesting. The last thing to talk about with the Codex is, obviously, in the back of it, it includes the code that you will put into your Warhammer 40,000 app to unlock and access the rules. It does something else on top of that. This is kind of like your passport to ongoing content for your Warhammer 40,000 Orc Codex throughout its lifespan.
Wait, so are they going to update the app with the new stuff then, or the Codex, I guess? Because they will change stuff. Throughout the year, they're going to change stuff, so this isn't always up to date
There'll
per
be
se.
regular drops of lore and rules so that you can continue to get great stuff out of your Codex as the time continues.
Oh, okay, that's actually kind of fucking cool.
They've given us a sneak peek into some of the stuff that's coming, and it sounds both really cool and really thematic. So I'm quite excited to see what happens with that. And then I imagine all the other codexes that follow.
Yep, absolutely.
Perfect. So, yeah.
Happy Stitch Day. Hope yours goes well. The fuck is a Stitch Day? Also, hello, welcome in, Sakuraloa, I
First
think.
codex coming down the pipe is Warhammer 40,000 Orcs, and it looks amazing.
Do stick around. We have more Warhammer 40,000 for you later in the preview.
Yes,
as
yeah,
well,
we'll be
so do stick
returning
around.
to the
Space
41st
Marines?
millennium later on in the show. For
Space
now, though,
Marines?
we're going to segue into something which is quite interesting. We've talked a lot about ways to get people who are new to Warhammer started with Warhammer 40,000. So let's talk for a little bit about the Warhammer Academy.
Huh? I also have no idea what this is yet. Let's let it play out. Nature, look away, streamer. I know, disgusting nature. Oh, gross. Here we go.
Wise wizard beneath the mountain, we are in search of enlightenment. Long and difficult has been our journey, and many things are still hidden from us.
Tell me what you seek.
What is the difference between the Black Rage and the Red Thirst?
How do you get decals to lay smoothly on a Space Marine shoulder?
Yeah.
And how exactly do you use command points?
Ah! So you seek to learn the ways of Warhammer.
Okay, this is already dumb, but okay, I'm kind of into it. Start somewhere. Okay,
So,
that's actually quite
Wise
cool.
Wizard Beneath the Mountain. What is the Warhammer Academy?
I'm so glad you asked, Eddie. Warhammer Academy is a really exciting thing that we've been working on behind the scenes here at Games Workshop for a while now, and is the
They made so much money, they built a school. Imagine they actually built like a real academy for people to go to. That'd be funny as fuck. Like, here's the real Warhammer Academy, IRL. It's like a Hogwarts, but with fucking Warhammer, so way cooler and 100% better. Sorry, I fucking don't like Harry
perfect
Potter.
way to answer the question, how do I get started with Warhammer? The idea is that people can come to this website, which is free to use, and they can get guided first steps on how to begin exploring Warhammer. So there's going to be
Good, that's
launch.
fantastic. Again, anything to get like new people into the hobby is always a good thing. And I notice people go, "Oh, you don't know these, and play it." I fucking hate gatekeepers. I hate them. Which is ironic because on the table I play gatekeeper. That's my style. I like to sit on an objective and not let people touch it. But in the hobby space, I think letting more people get into it and having more ways for them to start is always a good thing. I'm never going to be against that.
Well over 100 videos, which are all video lessons that deal with the lore and collecting, with painting and modeling, and with gaming to get you on your first steps. I'm out of breath. I had to throw this costume on.
I mean, some tabletop channels do that where they are at cameras to make you better. Yeah. So I'm surprised they haven't done this sooner, honestly.
To get you started on your sort of first steps through Warhammer. When the website launches, it will focus on Warhammer 40,000 to coincide alongside all of these new starter products so that people can experience Warhammer for the first time and go through sort of...
A bit ironic, agreed. Yeah, but it's fine. It's fine. I don't really need to stay for this. This is a new way for more people to get into it. Fine. Happy with it. Let's skip ahead. I'm going to wait until he takes his cold cough, but I'm assuming that's when he stops. Oh, old word.
Right. Now I'm going to get out of this costume, and while we do, let's travel to the old world.
Jim Kings. Now it's chaos. God damn it. Oh wait, it's two armies. Wait. Oh no, cringe! It's fucking Cathay. Sorry, I fucking can't stand Cathay. It's just to appeal to the Chinese audience, and I don't care for it. You guys know my opinion on the pseudo Chinese and Japanese stuff. I fucking hate it, so nah. The chaos stuff looks cool, but Cathay's cringe. Yeah, that's what Cathay don't care. Ooh, all new, yo. I won't lie, old school chaos looks fucking sick. Old school chaos kind of hits a lot different than 40k chaos. 40k chaos is good, but there's something different about old chaos. It just hits way harder. Damn, bro. Ooh. Okay, yeah, fuck Catholic. I'm gonna be real. Chaos is eating Cathay shit here. Holy shit, you get dragons, bro. I know Cathay has dragons, but they're the wrong kind of dragons. Holy shit. Just bring back Aztec dinosaurs. I'm here for chaos. Listen, you're eating well. And it's a true box set. That's pretty cool. Pretty fucking cool.
Welcome back. I've returned to normal, and we are now thrilled by some news for Warhammer: The Old World. That was a great-looking box of miniatures. There's a lot to talk about. We've got some of the models here to get close-ups on in a little while. For now, let's dive into that new two-player box for Warhammer: The Old World. This features two armies.
Those dragons are going hard. They fucking do, right? The dragon's probably the best part about this whole box set.
You have the army of Grand.
Oh, it's not even in the box set, sorry. Okay, well, the dragon in general goes fucking hard.
Going up against the Chaos Warriors. So within it, you will see in a moment the Cathay force. This is Grand Cathay. They're fairly Chaos Warriors themselves.
This is an amazing update to your Warhammer Old World Warriors of Chaos. Warriors of Chaos, of course, one of the archetypal villains, one of the archetypal visuals, really, of Warhammer, the Old World. This is a really cool army. All the bits in this are multi-part, and these are all brand new plastic miniatures.
Yeah, absolutely. So the Chaos Warriors are kind of...
That is sick. Can we get more of this for Tomb Kings and Lizardmen, please? And some other cool factions, please? It's funny, the other day, Prankers uploaded a Do or Don't Walk as a Chaos video. Oh, we should watch that then. And a good bit of it near the end was him bitching about all the Warriors of Chaos models were delisted from the webpage. This is why. Yeah, okay, that makes a lot of sense
mainstay
now.
Of the Warriors of Chaos army. These are elite heavy infantry in the best armor that you can get in Warhammer the Old World, and they stride forward in ranks of hard-to-kill warriors, and they will deal punishment when they get there. Of course, they are but part of this new force. The other part, and perhaps the most iconic of the Warriors of Chaos units, are the Chaos Knights. These are super elite heavy cavalry. Inside this
They
new
look
box,
cool
you
as
get
shit.
4 Chaos Knights. It's a classic size if you remember days of yore. You're going back in time a long way now, when Chaos Knights used to often feature in units of 4. So you have what you'd expect: a champion, a musician, a standard bearer, and then an additional knight. They can be swapped out with the lances that you see here in the picture.
And
So
you could
build
add
big
into the unit, obviously, and
yeah,
make
absolutely.
it bigger.
You get 4 in the box. You'll be able to get more as time goes on. So if you want to build bigger units of Chaos Knights, you certainly will be able to.
That's cool.
Chaos
I like
Knights
this.
are
This is
some of
cool.
the hardest hitting and most dangerous cavalry units in all of Warhammer.
They're also just like almost the archetypal heavy cavalry, right? Like,
Yeah.
I don't know about Frankers. I don't know if he's gonna be upset or happy about it. I don't know. I don't know if he likes newer scale stuff, or he's one of those people who's like, no, only old school. I only do the old school stuff because it's better, and I'm stuck in my ways. I don't know.
when
I
you
don't
build
know.
an army for Warhammer the Old World, you're like, well, I can take a charge, but could I take a charge from Chaos Knights?
Probably
it's like
not.
the absolute pinnacle of the hardest hitting unit.
It's like amazing though.
So
I think, like, I don't collect old worlds. I maybe Tomb Kings are a push, but that's about it. But if they're gonna do this kind of thing, like completely new scopes and minis for Old World, listen, I'm more than okay with that. I'm more than fine with doing that. I think they absolutely should. Absolutely. Give old school the TLC and rework, and give them new plastic minis. Fuck yeah, go for it. To be fair though, at my local game nights, there's only 2 people that play Old World. Only 2. But like still they'll be fucking happy as rain. Happy as Larry,
lots of
sorry.
people very keen to include this unit in their army if you've got a Chaos Force. So almost never see a Chaos army without a unit of Chaos Knights. They're just so effective.
Yeah, absolutely. And then you can see the things. So
Let's go ahead a bit, guys.
Army books. Imagine that Chaos Warriors, what you wanted them to look like all those years ago. It's just such a cool kit. I love the standard bearer as well. I think this.
Yeah, because back in the day, I don't think they could get like this level of detail on minis. I'm pretty sure when like Old World was an actual thing, like the minis weren't. I'm not saying they were bad. They just were not as clean and not as fucking detailed as nowadays. Like nowadays, the amount of details they can get onto a miniature is insane. I'll buy the standard for my Chaos Knights. Honestly, maybe yeah, go for it. I was like a fucking sick fucking standard bearer. I agree. Give Old World some tender love and care. No, yeah, seriously. I don't play it, but I think if people want the option to play it, they shouldn't be like not allowed to play it. So yeah, go for it. Go for it. I would love to see Tomb Kings get like a total refresh from the Old World, and in that case, I may fucking buy them. I may fucking buy them because I like my skellies and I like my Egyptian skellies.
Champion kit is one of the best sort of hero kits that Warhammer has yet
Bruh.
released.
Yeah, I don't have a Chaos Army for Warhammer. I never have, but I would really like to get my hands on that model. I think it just works.
Yeah,
beautifully.
that model's sick.
So, let's talk for a little bit about that box. It's a
dragon.
2-player Warhammer the Old World.
Show the dragon.
Book. Before we go now, it is such a show-stopping model. This is the Warriors of Chaos, Lord
here we
on
go.
Chaos Dragon, and there's so much to talk about. Eddie?
You just get a sense of the size of it just from that shot where it was
Oh, I didn't even realize it had 2 fucking heads, bro. What
already
the
taller
hell?
than the 3-story buildings
Yeah,
that
no
are behind
kidding.
it. It is an absolutely enormous, phenomenally cool miniature for Warhammer the Old World. I think probably the
Holy
biggest
shit.
monster we've had released yet.
It's got to be right up there.
I thought the Age of Sigmar Vampire Count's Dragon was the best one they've ever done. This might be the fucking contender for that title. Holy
And there have
shit.
been some fantastic kits since Warhammer the Old World launched. There's things to talk about. The first, I want to just wax lyrical on how cool Chaos Dragons are.
That
We've
is
seen this
amazing.
image before of Chaos Dragons with 2 heads. There used to be a special character Chaos
Yeah,
Dragon.
Garak the Chaos Dragon, which was the kind of one that had eaten the
Chaos Dragon in it needs 2 heads. I wonder if they will dip into the faction they named but never give any role or armies. Maybe gamer. God, that is so cool. Isn't it
Things.
just?
And then before that, you had von Horstmann,
That's right,
who
yeah.
was the kind of former College of Magic in the Empire
There you
character,
go.
who was on a 2-headed Tzeentchian dragon. but that's a long time ago. We've never had a plastic version of it. A plastic two-headed Chaos Dragon has been a long time coming, and I think even though we've waited decades for it, this is worth the wait. This is a really cool model.
It's also what we
So,
sometimes
yeah,
call
this
a
is
two for
sick.
kit, in that you can make a different option with it. So you've seen the Chaos Lord. This is a Sorcerer Lord, and there's some differences. The first is the rider. Obviously, he's like now a hunched and wizened Chaos. He's backed up by a two-headed Chaos Dragon. Things with a little together here, so you can see it looming over some of these new Chaos Warrior models.
Sorry, chat, I'm
one of
trying
the
to
things we haven't mentioned as
ahead
well
up to
is just
fun
next to the
parts.
Chaos Dragon, just below it here, whichever one you don't build. So if you build the Chaos Lord on the dragon, you get a Chaos Sorcerer Lord on foot, and if you build the Sorcerer Lord on the dragon, you get a Chaos Lord on foot. So whatever
That's
way you
really
build,
cool. That's really fucking cool. Okay, so like whichever hero you go with on the dragon, the opposite one you can then build as like a single mini. That's actually really, really fucking nice. I like that. More of that. More of fucking that, please.
you get basically two very powerful
so this
hero
is the
miniatures.
Sorcerer Lord that you would.
So
That's cool.
Is up.
Just want to, before we move on from Chaos Warriors, have a look at the back under his smile.
Yeah, I think
No, let's move on.
Right. Obviously, alongside the
on.
new core box, people might want to get their hands on some other things that would be useful. So here you can see common magic items and laws of magic. These are cards which enable you to do quick reference.
Oh, okay,
as
that
you're
shoots.
playing,
Okay.
Canyon. The way this works is that you build smaller forces, not unlike Spearhead or Combat Patrol, between 400 and 700 points. There's some rule more taken designed to give you a good battle march experience, and you could totally add these to the new box, and then you have nice big armies if you wanted to.
Yeah, we were talking about if you add either.
The kind of model I'd be afraid to paint because of how much it looks cool. No, don't be. I was the same with the Prince Vordry on Dragon Mount because it looks fucking cool. I just built it and I just painted it. I said fuck it, and I'm actually really proud of how it turned out. So you know what? Because you have that fear, you might actually be very happy with what happens with it. How are you going to fit that dragon in any kit? That's a good point. I didn't think of that. I didn't think of that at all. Dragons are easy to paint, very friendly textures. It's a lot of dry brushing, I'm going to be real. I just dry brushed the fuck out of mine and it looks cool
these
as fuck.
boxes onto your the new sets coming out with the Warriors of Chaos and the Army of Grand Cathay, and then you add something like a monster like a two-headed dragon.
Yeah.
Really
smart. The Chainbreaker, this Chaos cut if you know your Warhammer history. So,
ooh, Warhammer Fantasy, let's go.
It's not quite the old world, but it's very similar. Let's talk
Age of
about Blood Bowl
Sigmar.
for a minute.
Oh god. Alright, chat, I'm really sorry, and YouTube, I'm really sorry, I'm skipping this. I don't give two shits about Blood Bowl. I think it's fucking stupid and boring. I'm gonna be real, chat, I'm sorry. I'm skipping ahead Blood Bowl, I do not care.
You can throw a halfling. In fact, with the enemy and score some touchdown.
Don't. Oh no! No, not Custodes! Not Custodes! Fuck! Oh, god damn it. Okay, fine, whatever.
And then another minute. There you go. The amazing news. Excited about this. To the Age of Darkness.
It's the Horus Heresy. Okay, we're fine. Here we go. Didn't they just have new fucking? Didn't Age of Sigmar? Not Age of Sigmar. Fucking Warhammer Horus Heresy have a recent fucking new Custodes box? I swear, right? Hi, Crab. Cool bikes. I'm very disappointed. I don't like Custodes. I really don't. I know they're very popular and people love them, and that's fine. I personally just really do not care for Custodes at all. Like, at all. I don't know why, I just dislike them so much.
Welcome back. We have really excited to talk now about the Adeptus Custodes or Legio Custodes.
Don't
Which one is it?
It's both, Adam, because
Perfect.
the new
shoulder pads and things. The Telemon is a little taller. The deals with the actions of Constantine Valdor and the Legio
Sorry,
Custodes.
guys, I'm sorry.
during the burning of
I know you're gonna
Prospero
hate me for
when
fucking
they
skipping,
look
but
at some,
I need to.
Legions Imperialis.
or possibly bigger.
But yes, bigger and smaller at the same time. We have three models we're going to talk about now. These are models for the Titan Legions. This is the Warlord Battle Titan with Quake Cannon and Conversion Beam Extirpator. To extirpate means to destroy utterly. And
There's a Custodes fan. Yeah, I'm happy for Custodes players. I'm just not one of them. I do not care for it at all. They show Custodes so hard, the only ones they push in both games. Sure,
That
that
is
is
what the
true.
weapon loadout on this Warlord Titan will do. As you see this video
And they
playing
mainly
for you, you can see what all the different
do
weapons
it in
are.
Horus
There's a whole
Heresy.
bunch, and they have really long and difficult.
Does anyone play Legions Imperialis, by the way, guys? I don't know anybody. Legitimately, I know nobody that plays in Legions Imperialis. I do not know a fucking soul that plays this game. I'm surprised it's still going.
Say live on air names such as.
But
the
you should still
conversion
try
being
it.
None of it's
excavator.
bad, just that nobody plays it that I know.
This is a kit which will come packaged all together, so you get the Warlord Titan and all of these weapons.
Cool,
It
cool,
includes
Titan
some extra
players.
bits and pieces, so there's
If it was an actual Titan for, 40k, then I'd be interested. If we're getting more Titans for 40k, then fuck yeah, bro. I'm all about the real Titans, but the Imperialis ones I'm not too fussed about. I'd play it, but no play it. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, Forbidden. Nobody plays this. As far as I'm aware, nobody plays this game mode. So I'm surprised they keep supporting it.
some gun.
I'm gonna be wrong. Like, I know for a fact there's gonna be people in the YouTube comments that are like, "I play it," and that's fine. That's fine. I just mean it's not as popular. Like, it's very, very niche popularity-wise. I've never seen anybody play it in IRL. Same here.
On the turrets, you've got Gatling blasters and turbo laser destructors. If you were,
So we're gonna skip ahead again.
Legion, they put on this on it, and Vulcans, so Bolter this evening. The Reaver, should you the time to look at the butcher's nails.
Is that a corn berserker? Holy shit. This is fucking cool, bro. Oh, give a fist! The nails bar August. Oh, so it's a fucking animation I'm getting. That'd be cool, seeing it from like a point of view, like, POV shot. That's cool as fuck.
That looks a bit good, Eddie. What can you tell us about Butcher's Nails?
Yeah, this is a new animation coming to Warhammer TV for Warhammer Plus subscribers. It is a one-off standalone episode, so it's a Hammer and Bolter episode of Warhammer 40,000. And effectively, it tells the story of a Khorne Berserker who is part of a chaos assault on an Imperial stronghold. As you would imagine for a World Eater story, it is incredibly violent. It is by some margin the bloodiest and most violent piece of Warhammer animation we have yet featured on Warhammer TV, and it is pretty much non-stop carnage.
I like that. I like the idea of seeing events on the POV shot. That's really, really cool. So this is going to be one to watch, I guess.
From the moment that the shots open to the final battles.
Fantastic. Here you can see a shot that we saw, something like this in the trailer. This looks like the head-up display inside the helmet of the World Eater.
Yeah, so not all of it, but some of the animation is shown from the literal perspective of the World Eater, who is obviously a little bit unhinged. The butcher's nails are starting to bite. If he doesn't get continuous kills and carnage, he starts to go kind of slowly insane. And he's
Wait, is that what happens? Is that why they're all like obsessive spaghetti all the time? The fucking Khorne Berserky boys? I don't know much about them, I'm gonna be real.
He's chopping his way through as many enemies as he can find, partly to try and achieve victory, but mostly just to try and make the whining of the nails cease even for the briefest of moments.
Fantastic. And we got a sense of who is fighting, but what's the battle between who?
I mean, he almost really, he doesn't really mind what the battle is, really. Khorne doesn't care as long as the blood flows. There are definitely some Astra Militarum, there's some guardsmen, some unfortunate guardsmen who have to stand up against the Khorne Berserker.
There
are some Space Marines of the Imperial Fist. There's some other Chaos Space Marines in the mix.
Who I'm sure
as well.
they'll
get on fine, I'm sure.
Lovely.
It's not
yeah, of course. Yeah, they will get on just fine. Show us the sneak peek of the starties already. No, that's coming next year. Next year, 2027 is when they're gonna fucking finally show us starties too, bro. Khan was the one who with the kill counter.
It's all good.
I don't know who that is. I'm sorry.
It's going to be a non-stop action carnage fest. It's a really fun animation.
Perfect. And coming out fairly soon.
It comes out in August.
Awesome. That's very exciting.
shit.
So, from the Butcher's Nails and Warhammer Plus, let's go to the Mortal Realms for something more.
Age of Sigmar. Pretty good, pretty good. Oh, it's ogres. Okay, it's over. It's ogre tribes, and I'm instantly checked out. Fuck.
Opens, hungering predator, sun eater, the gulping god. I see his will.
I mean, the minis look good. I just don't really care for ogres. I don't dislike ogres. I just don't really. I don't consider them to be like a real major faction in AOS. Then again, I really don't know much about AOS, so I'm probably very, very misinformed there. Ogres, the chunky boys. Yeah, chunky boy lovers, you're in for the good time.
In the meat, in the marrow, in the blood.
The minis do look cool though, I won't lie.
He is the hunger that endures through winter and war. He calls us to feast, to swallow the realms. Eat, eat, eat. First we're gonna beat 'em, then we're gonna eat 'em.
They are so chunky. They're obese chunkers, holy shit.
Then we're gonna eat 'em. First we're gonna beat 'em, then we're gonna eat 'em. First we're gonna beat 'em, then we're gonna eat 'em.
Bug, bruh. Hey, ogre boys and girlies, you are also eating good right now, because those, again, I don't care for ogres, but I have to admit, those models look fucking good.
His champion comes.
That was very exciting to see such a large amount of models coming soon to the Mortal
Great
Realms
Maul.
with these new Ogre Maw tribes. Eddie, where do
Chunky
we start?
boys.
I am super
Once
excited
his
about this release. This
steakhouse
is an
burrito.
enormous range refresh for the Ogre Maw tribes. There's so much to talk about. I think let's start with the army set, which is coming out. This is the first place you'll get a chance to get your hands on some of the new miniatures. This is an enormous army launch set, a little bit like what we've seen with
Enormous. You see what you did there? Enormous army launch set. Enormous. Get it?
some
Get
of
it?
the armies
Yeah,
recently.
like the Hellsmiths and so on.
Exactly like the Hellsmith, same sort of concept. You get a cool version of the Battle Tome and the first chance to get hold of a bunch of the miniatures. Let's have a quick
Yeah,
chat
cool.
about some of the stuff in this set.
Sure. So first up,
Yeah, show some release. I actually wanna see.
refresh of what in old days you might have called Ogre Bulls, and boy, do they look good.
Yeah, the Ogre Bulls are still really cool models, like,
Yeah,
but they
absolutely.
are they've been around for a while now. They're more than 20 years
You
old.
shocked me with
Yeah,
that
I'm
when
sorry
I
about
realised
that,
how old
Adam.
I was. Yeah.
So they are well and truly deserving of a refresh. This is a really cool update for them. They still keep the kind of general aesthetic of the Ogre Bulls, but they're much more dynamic. They're a little bit bigger. The armor plates are much more impressive.
I really like the shape of the helmets. They look like they're designed to deflect sort of downward blows.
Yeah, and
away
if you
from the
remember, like
shoulders as well.
the first time those models came out, they were designed for Warhammer Fantasy, where they'd have to rank up. So actually, the poses were quite sort of
Yeah,
limiting on a
they're
lot of
very
the
dynamic
miniatures.
here, aren't they?
These are much like
Are there any ogre fans in the comments or in chat right now? Because again, this is also another AOS faction that I don't see much at all of. I know they exist, but that's only because I've seen them on Total War Warhammer. That's the only reason. Oh, ogres chomping on meat, filling our guts with our struggling treat, chewing, we kill for them. What the fuck? Is that what their chant? That's horrifying.
more impressive poses, even things like having those arms out.
Turning
they
and
just look
biting, we
great.
kill
the
for the
detail on them is
more.
obviously
I like ogres, cool lore and aesthetics. I don't know about cool aesthetics, but the models
20
look
years
good.
on from the last time we saw the
They're
Ogre
just-
Bulls,
they're
these
just-
are
they're
really,
just
really
chunker
cool,
boys. They're
miniatures.
all
You
chunky
get 10
boys.
of these in that launch box. This is only the most basic of the Ogre Maw tribes units.
Fantastic.
Let's move on to, I think, might be one of my favorites.
Yeah, so mine too. I think the Iron Guts have always looked really cool, and these are even cooler if possible. The Iron Guts are an elite ogre unit. They carry enormous weapons, and
Those helmets are interesting. How they like flare out instead of going down. But then again, they're fat, so I guess like it's to avoid like digging into themselves or whatever. Maybe they
they
have
wear
to.
more armor, so you can see those armor plates on the arms going all the way up to the shoulders. Their helmets are a little bit fancier, and they've got these massive two-handed weapons.
They look like they mean absolute business,
Yeah,
right?
no
Like the
kidding.
Yeah, they
size of those
do.
weapons, and again, much more dynamic. But those blades are about twice
everything they do revolves around eating. They can never be sated. Oh, that sounds
It's the
horrifying.
size of a mortal human.
Oh, that explains we're all fat. Okay, okay. Right. Oh, right. Okay, I get it now. Right. Okay, so right. I'm dumb. Okay, okay. I understand why they're all fucking obese
Right, so they're
now.
going to make an absolute mess. They already are an excellent unit in Warhammer Age of Sigmar. They're still an excellent unit, and now the miniatures are even better as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
Guess what happens to prisoners? Oh, I'm considering the war chant at the beginning of this video was first we're gonna beat them, then we're gonna eat them. I have an inkling of an idea what might happen to
To keep
prisoners.
this rabble in line, you need an Ogre Tyrant. So this model is a multi-part kit. He enables you to build him in a couple of ways. Essentially, a really powerful, heavy-hitting Ogre character. Here you can see a couple of the options. I love this one with the fur cloak. It sort of
Oh, that's better. The fur cloak one is way
fits
better.
into the more sort of hunt
What prisoners? Yeah, don't you mean like future food? There's like rationing of them.
style thing you can do with an Ogre army where you want to focus more on the beast if you want to, or you can go full Gutbuster with this one, whichever you prefer. Really.
Yeah, if you've got the kind of
Fuck
Beast
ow.
Yeah,
vibe.
absolutely.
And I think you can obviously have a mix of them as well, but you've got a lot of different ways to kind of lean into different Ogre armies. And it's just nice to have a multi-part character, right? Where you can immediately start to make him your own. One of the big things about
They're always eating is built around the culture, and their big siege can be deadly to ogres, huh? The power in their crumbs, what we're doing for. There is no crime if you eat the evidence and the witnesses. True, you know what? Imagine
Ogres for their
true.
entire history is the idea of like big names, right? They carry that through
Yeah.
into this battle tome as well, where the leader of your force is literally making a name for himself by achieving various feats. So being able to kind of have the pelts of the things he's defeated on him absolutely makes sense. Those units we've all seen before in different ways. The next unit is effectively a new type. These are the Maul Beast Cavalry and the Maul Beast Raiders. This is a
Wait, they have cavalry too, but they're so fat. How the fuck?
2 for kit, so you can make 2 different units. They function in a similar way. Both of them are cavalry units. The Maul Beast Raiders are your kind of fast-moving scout unit. The Maul Beast Cavalry are your hard-hitting shock cavalry. They're a little bit more armored. The guy in the back has more
Interesting,
weapons. Whereas the
okay.
Maul Beast Raiders have some ranged attacks.
Yeah.
These effectively replace the Morn.
Like obese Mongols. Yeah, that's what I'm getting. That's the vibe I'm getting from them. Some sack ogres can and will eat a great demon of Nurgle for like bro. That's
Cavalry
fucked.
in your ogre list.
That's
they
fucked
fulfill a
up.
similar sort of role in the army.
Yeah, and we'll talk a little bit more about just how tough they are and how hard they hit in a little while. So these are all the models that come inside that new Ogre army set. Obviously, you need the Battle Tome and the War Scroll cards as well. This is the
Cool.
Battle Tome that comes for the Ogre.
Okay, we're gonna skip ahead because I don't really care to hear about the stats and the lore and stuff. I'm good, but the models look cool. Ogre players, I'm happy for you. You get some love.
More
Let's
tribes seem to
go.
be standard it is.
The box right here. So this is the box. It's really lovely. 2 of the cavalry, and you get that big unit of Iron Guts, and then you get your Battle Tome in there as well. So it's a really lovely thing.
Cool. Cool. So if anyone wants to start collecting them, this is a box for you guys. This is your box. This is you.
Fantastic. Which component, right?
Yeah, so one of the bits
Oh,
of the
there's
Ogre
more.
Force
Oh
is the
god,
kind
this
of
is
tyrants
horrifying.
and the Iron Guts and things like that. But another fairly major part of Ogre society are the Maw Seekers, the Butchers, and the things that follow in the Butcher's wake. The Butcher, again, is a model that's been out for
Look at the fucking like corpse thing in its fucking that's fogs,
a very long
bro.
time. Well worth an update. This model is a phenomenally cool
He's
upgrade.
also deeply disturbing.
Yeah, I think you've got some strong feelings on exactly.
I do agree. Like the model itself is cool as fuck, but it is grotesque and horrifying, and I don't like looking at it. I really don't like looking at this thing.
How unpleasant
I
this
just find
particular
it
model.
really
The model's
unsettling.
great, but he's definitely a bit grim, isn't
and
he?
the longer you look, the more disturbing it gets. The way he's holding the corpse in his hand, the gore
That's what I fucking said, but they've got his finger in its fucking throat,
sloshing
bro.
around in his cauldron, and all this for what is essentially a really beefy ogre wizard.
Yeah, butchers are sort of important to this, or maybe natural models of the butchers and of the God Maw.
The combination of the miniature
Sorry,
design
skipping
team
ahead, guys.
and the heavy metal painting team have really
Oh yeah, ogres are cool. Obese Mongols, cannibal vibes. Yeah, they're not for me. They're not for me. I will not be collecting these boys. I can tell you that for a fact right now. Not
Really
for
just
me.
worked up a horror with these.
Yeah,
They are
I mean,
so
Blood,
They
good.
Blood God
hunger.
is
Absolutely
it's crying out for these
gore,
miniatures,
gore
isn't
up
it?
to the elbows, cauldrons full of offal. These are incredible. They're not the only things within this More Seeker collective. That kit also makes another option. So you can either make the cleavers that you saw there, or you can make these, which are the Gutseers.
Yeah, Gutseers are even more horrible and sinister.
How can you be even more horrible and sinister? They're like, oh, do you already fucking? Oh my god, bro! These guys are
Than
fucked.
the butchers, if you can imagine that. These have tapped into the power of more, and the way that they work in game is that your wizards become more powerful and can effectively cast spells through these guys when they're nearby. The thing that I really like about them from a miniature perspective is those gut plates. If you look at the gut plates on something like the Iron Guts, they have just armored guts, whereas
They look like teeth, maybe. But
yeah,
these
these guts look like intestines or offal, or
and they're
or
kind of
guts,
rendered in
basically.
really like arcane
Ugh.
parody. There's
I
something
love
very
it.
This is so grim. I've never been disgusted before. This is like the kind of feeling I get when I look at Nurgle shit. It's just awful, and I don't like looking at it, and I want it to go away. The models are great. They're fucking really fucking good, but like holy shit, they're just horrific to look at. Hi, Oni, how are you? They're just your average English football fans.
I think it's really.
True.
They look like they'd be loads of
This is Eddie. What can you tell us
Okay.
about?
for characters in Cauldron construct that's pulled into battle by a Gorger. Gorgers are the other part of that kind of More Seeker grouping. So More Seekers covers your butchers, your Gorgers, and all the kind of various fanatics that
Don't like this. I really don't like this. I really don't like them. I don't like them. They're gross.
follow in their wake. You've got this enormous cauldron, which I assume is where the enemy army goes after the battle.
Oh,
they get thrown in
God.
there. And this is both an incredible miniature, but also an incredibly powerful piece for your Age of Sigmar armies. We'll have a little look at some of the rules around it later. And in lore terms, this is the high prophet, the high priest of the Gulping God. So ogres from across the realms flock to Red the Moor to hear what they've got to say.
I love the fact it's being pulled in the not too
Rusting.
distant future.
I
But you
don't-
get what you-
Okay,
on
we're skipping ahead for that.
there with- I'll turn him around so you can see the kind of pelt on his back, which is really cool.
Fantastic.
Okay, that
Should
paint
we have
job
a
on the
little bit of a
pelt
look
boy is really good, though. I'm not gonna lie. That paint job is really
at
fucking
some of the
nice.
rules and
Yeah, let's do
things?
it. Yeah, so
No, it's not. Let's not. I don't care about this. Sorry, guys. I am skipping ahead. I do not care.
Down the hut.
Oh,
We are still not done yet. There is
Okay, we
still
saw something cool. We saw something cool for a split second. Let's fucking slow
more
our
awesome
beans.
stuff to talk about in this big summer preview. Next, we're going down to the Underhive.
Ooh, Necromunda. Return to the Underhive. Wait, is this Necromunda 2 Electric Boogaloo? It's just a new core set. Okay, that's fine, that's fine. That's cool. The terrain looks very sparse. Like, I know it's like a starter set, but that looks very, very, minimal when it comes to, like, terrain features and stuff like that. Doesn't look great. Yeah, I'll be skipping this one. Looks
Welcome
alright
back
though, but
and
the models are
welcome
cool.
to the Underhive with a new
Necromunda, I guess, is a good game, easy to find players. Really? Because I haven't found any at my gamer store, my local game nights. I think Necromunda 2 Electric Boogaloo. That looks very bad. Yeah, the box set looks very lackluster. The models look cool from what we saw there, but the box itself doesn't excite me at
edition
all.
of
Hi,
Necromunda
Carlo.
Skirmish. This is very exciting. I'm a big fan of Necromunda. I've played it since I was a
Is it
16-year-old
exciting
boy,
though?
and it's great to see it in new.
Necromunda's cool. I like the setting of the vibe of Necromunda. I think it's a nice, like, offset from 40k. This box set
edition
doesn't look
comes.
like it,
This
though.
is essentially an edition reset for Necromunda, and this core set here that you can see here, this 2-player battle box, is the perfect way to get into it. If you're an existing Necromunda player, we'll talk about some of the other ways too. Here you can see it on the screen. It pitches the Orlok. Sorry, crikey, you can see me going to my
What edition
favourite
is
gang
this?
just
Oh.
automatically. It pitched the Goliaths against the Escher in a
But why didn't you pick the sci-fi boys? The fucking the Van somethings, I think. I don't remember the name, but they've got like they're like super sci-fi and have like energy shields and shit. Why do you get those guys? Those are cooler. If they had those guys, then I'd be interested. Van Sar, that's it. Yeah. If they had Van Sar in it, then I'd be like, ooh, maybe I'll pick this up. I like the setting of Necromunda as well. Yeah, the setting of Necromunda is sick. I like it. I want to know more about Necromunda. Just, I don't think this box set is anything to get too excited about because it looks very bare bones. The models look cool, but that's about
Classic
it.
house matchup. Let's have a look at some of the kits that come with it. We've got a box here which we can use as a prop, but we've got some great images to show on the screen. It can.
Yeah, these look sick. These look cool. These look very, very good. Very, very good. I'm not a fan of this gang, but the models detail-wise look pretty fucking cool. And you could probably kit dash and convert some very nicely. Like some Sisters of Battle or something, like or vice versa.
Contains two gangs within the box. The first of which are these. They're the Blades of the Matriarch. This is all new models. We've not released these ones before, and there's some fantastic options in there. At the back, for example, you can see a Huntress with auto pistols and multi-harness. On the right-hand side, you've got one for their sort of the Goliaths. These are the Forge Smelters. Goliaths, the House of Chains.
Yeah, once again, they look fucking amazing, look really good. Not my favorite one if I had to pick. Again, I like the sci-fi boys, the sour boys, whatever they're called, the sour people. Those guys, if I have to pick one, and I'm gonna be real, I know nothing about them, I just think they look the coolest. It has some kit battery fit potentially. Yeah, 100%. Like, I could easily see these being kit bashed into like Khorne fucking like followers or something. Like this could be a Khorne like warband very easily. Very easily.
It's known for their sort of industrial power, and all of these like heavily muscled stimming everything front, everything you need to get started. If you there's really
but is that all the terrain though?
These gangs.
Just pipes?
And if you look at the back of the box, you can see it all sort of laid out. There's more to come in this new edition than just this. It's worth saying that Necromunda, the thing that makes it so exciting.
Some like starter sets. Let's go. Oh, I see one. Van Sars. I see them. Those are the ones I like. Those are the cool boys. Then the who are the police officers? The fucking police guys. The police ones are really fucking cool too. I like those ones as well.
It's this continuous war between the great gang houses. So there are 6 gang houses that you might be familiar with if you know.
Arbites? No, they're like blue and yellow. No, not Arbites. They're like the blue and yellow ones. They're Necromunda gang, I think. But they're like super like police people. No, not Arbites. No. Arbites are cool. I like them, but they're like blue, or dark blue and yellow. I don't know their name. I don't know their fucking name. What they call? That's gonna annoy me now. Chat, if anyone can look that up and tell me, because that's gonna fucking annoy me.
Well, essentially you have the Orlocks, the Van Sars, Cawdor, Dilac, Escher, and Goliath, and you can see them all displayed here. These are Underhive crew boxes.
Okay, cool. Now
These
come on
contain
again, some
models
let's
that you
go.
might already know if you're familiar with an entirely big Orlock gang, and I looked at the Underhive crew.
So you get some starter sets or some start collecting for Necromunda. That's actually sick. That's good. I like that. More. Palantir. That's it. No, yeah. No, them. Yeah. I knew it started with a P. I knew it fucking started with a P. Yeah, Palantires or whatever they're called. Yeah. Those ones. Those ones I like too because they're very like organized and regimented and they look cool. I don't know. They just look fucking cool with their big like over fucking armor plates on. Necromunda has their own thing. I forget what they're called too.
I was like, oh, that's essentially everything you need for
Thank
a really
you, Forbidden.
fantastic Orlock crew. Things to talk about quickly while we're here. So obviously this box contains everything. If you just wanted the Necromunda rulebook, say you've got loads of good things, streamline things to it, is coming along for you. These are gangs of the Underhive guns, the Denizens, the Operite Mads, and the Gang Skirmish, core gang tactics card.
Chat, it looks like we're getting very close to the end of the video so far, so we might be in for a few little things at the very end.
I find having like physical things really
Nothing's been standout so far. I know Orc players are gonna be super fucking happy, but for me personally, nothing. This reveal show's not been great so far. Like I've been very like just mid on it overall.
The Zone Mortalis range is types inside and breathe.
Yeah, I think that's one of my favorite things about Necromunda is when you start to see people like really lean in.
of the boys. So far, yeah, it's looking like orcs are eating so fucking well right now.
Commander.
Bit of ash waste every now and again, though.
Yes, that for the first time, and it just blew my mind.
Come on, what else? Come on, move on.
If you've never played Necromunda before, this really is a perfect job about it. It's how great it can streamline.
Stop. All right, we get it. Stop.
Yeah.
And we are still
There's
not
more.
done. Yep,
Oh.
we are sticking around in the 41st millennium, but we're going to go to Warhammer 40,000 Kill
Let's
Team
go.
with this.
Oh, kill team! Please, please, please be good. The last box set was fucking great. Please, please, please be good. Please be good. Please be good. The fuck? Wait. Is this Katachan? Is this I don't care for Katachan, I'm gonna be real. I really do not fucking care for Katachan. Boy, is this Katachan?
After years of searching, we're closing
I
in.
kind of want it to be. Like, I know people would go fucking feral for them, and I want people that want Katachans, I want them to get what they want. I feel like they've waited fucking ages for updated Katachans, so I'd be very... I won't get it, but I'd be very fucking happy for people if this is Katachans.
On something unseen for decades.
Did that say Exodites? That's not Katachan. Oh no, it's fucking Eldar! Oh fuck, okay, boring. I have to admit, the models look fucking sick as fuck. I just could not care less about Eldar. Eldar are one of my least favorite factions in the entire game. But I have to admit, so far the models look fucking sick. But Pancras is gonna bust a nut over these. Wait, I just realized they're all on mounts. This is Kill Team. You're meant to be on foot. Why are they on mounts?
We are alive and well in this year of 2026, and who would have had...
As a Sauron player, I might take them only painting. Honestly, Carl, go for it if you want to. Go for it. Permission to the no. You permission denied. Permission denied. They look fantastic, Blood Brew. Yes. Okay, I kind of agree with that. They look amazing. I'm just thoroughly disappointed because I could not care less about Eldar. I put Eldar and Custodes at the same bottom rung in my... For me personally, they're like my least favorite and least interested fucking factions in the whole game.
Exodites on their 2026 Warhammer bingo card.
This is a super exciting box set.
Really, right?
This is awesome. So obviously, every time we have a new Kill Team box set, it's very exciting. This one, I think, it will be particularly interesting, not just for fans of Kill Team, but for fans of Warhammer 40,000. Exodites are one of those last untapped, awesome bits of Warhammer 40,000 lore. Whenever we get to kind of unveil a cool new corner of the Millennium.
It's like the 10th box kit inside Snake Bites. I think you are getting some beast snaggers. I think from the looks of it, I think those are beast snaggers that you're fighting against in this box set.
It's always very exciting. I think Exodites absolutely fall into that little corner.
If you don't know what an Exodite is, very briefly, when the...
They could have done Katachans, and I would have been happy. Again, I don't really care for Katachans myself. I'm not going to get any, but I'd be happy. I feel like Katachans are one of those ones that have been neglected, and they desperately need a fucking glow up. Alright, my fucking people in the fucking chat that want Katachans, I feel you. I fucking feel you. You need a glow up so much.
Dari society was starting to sort of way back before the fall, starting to fall into decadence and.
Just a reminder, all the footsteps in the galaxy was the Pointy Ear's fault. I didn't say that, YouTube comments. I know YouTube comments roasted me for that last time. I didn't say that, but yeah. I kind of agree. The Netcons did nothing wrong. They just wanted help, and then the old one said, "No, fuck you, die." So they're like, "Okay, we're gonna rise up and kill you."
Depravity.
So
The Exodites were like, "No, thank you very much," and they left main society and they settled on places far flung from the mainstay of Eldar society called Maiden Worlds.
Beautiful jungle planets full of rich flora and fauna and full of all sorts of weird, wonderful creatures.
Absolutely.
And then when Eldar society was destroyed in the fall, the Exodites were one of the few remaining bits that were left.
Peter Turbo is what I wanted. I don't think we're getting Peter Turbo until next year. I think at most we'll get a tease, and probably maybe if we're lucky next year we might get a Peter Turbo, the next Primarch to come back. If I had to guess, I doubt, considering we just had the launch of the Iron Warrior stuff, and Peter Turbo was not there, which would have been a perfect chance and opportunity to fucking bring him out. I doubt we're getting Peter Turbo to at least next year, guys. I hate to be the one to burst your bubble, because I want him. I want Peter Turbo. I want fucking Perturabo. I hate him as a character, but I love his fucking Legion. I'm going to build an Iron Warriors fucking Legion, so I want that as part of my Legion, but I doubt we're getting Peter Turbo to next year. I'm going to be real. At the earliest next year.
Now, in the 41st millennium, they have these pockets of idyllic beautifulness across Warhammer 40,000. Obviously, this being Warhammer 40,000, if you've got something lovely, everyone wants to knock it over and invade it.
There's probably a war coming.
There's always a war coming.
If I can show the minis.
Whenever their
Let's
planets
show
are
the
invaded,
minis,
they have
please.
to be
Show the
available
minis.
separately down the line. So if you wanted to put loads
Come on,
into
let's
your,
have a
army,
close look at the
that's
minis. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on.
a stunt.
Again, I don't care for Eldar, but I have to admit these fucking, I guess, mounted Eldar look fucking sick.
Snagger sort of drafted in to pose, and then you can get a sense of the scale of these things when you bring the Exodite up alongside. They're
I have to give them credit. This looks fucking cool as shit. It really, really does. I just wish I gave more of a shit about Eldar, but I don't.
The beasts look really muscular, but they're still an impressive size model, and I think they're going to be quite popular with people who want to.
The next Primarch will be Lehman Russ or Dawn cosplaying as a Terminator. Do you think so, that? I generally think Peter Turbo is probably a very likely candidate. I don't know if he's going to be the next one, but I think he's going to be one of the next ones. I genuinely believe that Peter Turbo will be one of the next ones. I want Rogue Dawn to come back, missing a hand. I want Rogie. I want Rogie to come back.
Do just beautiful paint jobs, right? They're going to lend themselves really towards that.
Yeah, I mean the models are beautiful. Like I think I really like the leader
That's
unit
in particular. That
yeah,
one,
the leader of the Dragon Knights is just really, really excellent.
So
Miniature. I think just the kind of straight on pose for him. I'd be amazed if we don't see a few of those at Golden Demons and things. He's got that beautiful back banner of his.
And if you much love as always. Hi and hello. It's time to dinner. Bye, Flags
Which is lending itself to kind of whatever showing off painting scheme you'd like to have a go at. The reptiles they're riding themselves, you could paint in almost any color you can imagine, right? The heavy metal team here has gone for some really cool, vivid color schemes you could have.
Yeah, I have to admit, like, these models look so fucking good. I just don't care for fucking Eldar. Yeah, dinner time kind of got an idea. No worries. It is so stupidly warm these days. Hope you're taking care of yourself. Oh, I've got AC. I'm fine. But you guys take care of yourselves.
Anything in your paint collection, you could paint these guys. I think they're going to be a joy to paint, and I can't wait to see them on the back.
You're as excited about these as we. Questions. Well,
Is
we've
there
got good
anything
news.
else?
A few weeks back, Eddie and I did a Q&A, and we had a nice time doing it. So we're going to do another one in a couple of weeks. So here is an email address appearing.
I think it might be over, chat. I think the show might be over.
On your screen, Quanda. That is Q&A at preview.warhammer.com. Thank you to all the people behind the scenes who pressed the button.
No, bro. Oh, this show is such a letdown. God damn it. God damn it. There's nothing for me. There's nothing for me in this show. I know other people are gonna be happy, and I'm happy for you. But for me, this was a fucking letdown. This was a letdown of a show, bro. There was nothing for me here. Absolutely nothing. Well, at least there are no Tau. I want Tau. I fucking like Tau. Tau are cool. I will not stand for Tau hate. Boo, bring the tar and feathers, boo. Yeah, this was kind of a letdown. This one was not worth being excited for, in my opinion. Again, that's just my opinion, though.
And moved the models around and made it all.
Yep, it's Jover. It's Jover. I'm gonna say fairly underwhelming.